So are you more the type that believes in violence only begets more violence? Or are you the type that believes that spare the rod, spoil the child? Now, this video clearly will be about corporal punishment, and to some degree where I stand on the subject of corporal punishment, and also opening up a dialogue with others who either share the feelings that I have or have feelings to the contrary as it relates to corporal punishment. Now, I'm not as hardcore anti-spanking as I used to be, but I am still anti it. I think there are situations that come up that when you're in the moment, if you're a parent, which I am not, you feel you have to deal with the best way you can at that time. And I understand that not every time is going to be a situation where you can tell your kid that it's timeout time, or that you're going to remove or shorten a privilege of theirs. What gets me, however, with many parents, especially if you look at some of these talk shows where the parents seem to say the same thing over and over again, which is they were struck as a child, therefore they don't see a problem with striking their child. I think when you do something along the lines of disciplining your child physically, there should be a sound basis for it. If you're doing it because it was done to you, then it sounds more like it's something that's retributional. It sounds like something that's almost revenge motivated. I'm sure a number of you have seen a situation where a mother will haul off and hit their child because they're misbehaving. And then when the child starts crying, the parent then in turn tells the child to shut up. Now this parent is wailing on this kid, and the kid is screaming like he's, or she is being bloody murdered because of the physical punishment that the parent is putting on the child. But then to add insult to injury, the parent is also telling the kid to shut up. Well, maybe the kid will shut up if you stop beating the kid. But I don't want to go off on a tangent there. Like I said, there's times I know where you have to do what you have to do if you're a parent or you're an adult in authority as it relates to children. So, listening to different parents and their reasonings as far as, well, my mother, she struck me. I didn't turn out any the worse for wear. Why not? To me, that's not a reason for you then to strike your kid in turn. And quite often what I end up seeing from a lot of parents is striking their child is their first option, not their last option. And to me, I don't know about anyone else, If you feel that's what you first have to do, as opposed to reasoning things out, then you're teaching your kid to do the same thing to their child, should they have children, that was done to them. A long time ago, when I was a child, if I had a vote in it, I would always choose the spanking over the punishment. The spanking was basically something that was, while you were in the moment, as a kid, you felt it. And then maybe once it was done, you felt a little bit humiliated, but then you take the notion of, well, that's done, now we move on. But a punishment, you can't go to the movies, you can't hang out with your friends, you can't watch the TV. All of those things, and several others that I'm not thinking of right now, those are things that will put you in line very quickly. Unless, you have some sort of disorder, then, that's a doctor thing. So that's a whole other issue. But assuming that you have all your faculties together, that's the thing that should be examined, in my opinion. Because striking someone, if you're not of a mindset that's clear enough to know that you're doing what it is you're doing for the right reasons, then all you've done is to continue a cycle, or help continue a cycle, that your child, is going to continue with their child, and so on, and so on. Anyway, I've rambled on enough about this, and anybody who shares my thoughts, please leave a message, or if you feel to the contrary, leave a message there as well. Until next time, night out.